that previous generations have built, and our politicians continue to give us nothing but excuses. The following are 27 things that every American should know about the national debt. 1. It took more than 200 years for the U.S. national debt to reach $1 trillion. In 1986, the U.S. national debt reached $2 trillion. In 1992, the U.S. national debt reached $4 trillion. In 2005, the U.S. national debt doubled again and reached $8 trillion. Now the U.S. national debt is about to cross the $16 trillion mark. How long can this kind of exponential growth go on? Number 2, if the average interest rate of the U.S. government debt rises to just 7%, the U.S. government will find itself spending more than $1 trillion per year just on interest on the national debt. Number 3, if right this moment you went out and started spending $1 every single second, it would take you more than 31,000 years to spend $1 trillion. Number 4, since Barack Obama entered the White House, the U.S. national debt has increased by an average of more than $60,000 per taxpayer. Number 5, Barack Obama will become the first president to run deficits of more than $1 trillion during each of his first 4 years in office. Number 6, if you were alive when Jesus Christ was born and you spent $1 million every single day since that point, you would still not have spent $1 trillion by now. Yeah. Number 7, the U.S. national debt has increased by more than $1.6 trillion since the Republicans took control of the U.S. House of Representatives. So far, the Congress has added more to the national debt than the first 96 Congresses combined. Number 8, during the Obama administration, the U.S. government has accumulated more new debt than it did from the time that George Washington became president to the time that Bill Clinton became president. Number 9, if Bill Gates gave every single penny of his fortune to the U.S. government, it would only cover the U.S. budget deficit for 15 days. Number 10, as Bill Whittle has shown, you could take every single penny that every American earns above $250,000 and it would only fund about 38% of the federal budget. Number 11, today the government debt to GDP ratio is the United States is well over 100%. Number 12, a recently revised IMF policy paper entitled An Analysis of U.S. Fiscal and Generational Imbalances, Who Will Pay and How, projects that the U.S. government debt will rise to about 400% of the GDP of the year 2050. Number 13, the U.S. states already has more government debt per capita.
Yeah, 400. Read that again.
Number 12, a recently revised IMF policy paper entitled An Analysis of U.S. Fiscal and Generational Imbalances, Who Will Pay and How, projects that the U.S. government debt will rise to about 400% of GDP by the year 2050.
That means the debt will be over 64 trillion, which they're not going to go to the year 2050. They're not going to go to the year 2025. All right, they're not going to go that far. The Most High getting ready to take this place out. Now, I'm not going to tell you when it's going to come exactly because I don't know. That's left in the Most High's hand. But the Most High said He gave us signs of the end of the world. So these signs, we're seeing them pop off every day. All right? Now, had this so-called country calls itself a God-fearing country, and all these presidents, claim that they're Christians, and the Congress, there's a national church in D.C., and all the congressmen and congresswomen and senators are all supposed to be Christians and Bible-believing people for the most part. Well, if they truly believed in the Bible, they would this, and the elite claim that they're Christians too. These international bankers claim that they're Christians. Now, if they were really Christians and they believed in the Lord, and they follow what the Bible said, all they have to do is go to one scripture. Give me the book of Leviticus 25:8 on down. All right. You have a year of release every 7 years, and then you have a year of jubilee. That's why these laws were put in place. So when things go out of hand, within 7 years, everything, you get a clean slate. That's where this devil gets the statute of limitations from. To give you a clean slate. You're a new person. Any debt that you have, that's cleared. And that's within its scriptures in the law. But you got these idiots that say the law is done away with. Well, because you don't follow the laws found in the first 5 books of Moses, that's why you're in this predicament that you're in. That's why you allow these corrupt people but it was all set up anyway. I shouldn't get mad because everything that you're doing is set up by the Most High anyway. You were set up to be evil, to be wicked, to do wicked things, to be the devil, and now it's time for you to be shut down for good. You ain't coming back no more. We're going to get rid of you, man. Go ahead, Ak.
Leviticus 25:8. And thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee, 7 times 7 years, and the space of the 7 Sabbaths of years shall be unto thee 49 years. Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month. In the day of atonement shall you make the trumpet sound throughout all your land. And you shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof.
What does it mean by liberty? Matter of fact, look that up, please. Verse 10 of Leviticus 25. Because these stupid idiots in this God-forsaken country, they like to say, at least we got our freedom. You don't have no freedoms, you stupid asses. When you have a national debt of over 16 trillion, you are not free, you dummies. That's why Barack Obama said that the GM, because they bailed out GM, they said that the American people did it. That the U.S. They're telling you, oh yeah, I'm a stockholder. Yeah, but you got to pay the damn debt, you dummy. That money, that fiat currency, that during the time of the beginning of the Obama administration, he told you into your face, this is your debt. You don't got to pay it now, but you're going to pay it later. And you dummies suck that bullshit in. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, the Hebrew word there is da-ra-wa. It says a flowing, free-run liberty, flowing of myrrh, liberty, liberty, freedom, to proclaim liberty to anyone. Yeah, that's, oh, wait a minute. Liberation of slaves.